Hello my sweet owlets, and cheers to everyone who is single this Valentine's Day. I personally have never celebrated Valentine's Day, but I've always wanted to, and I've always liked the aesthetic. I love pink. Red and white are okay too. So I've always just really liked the vibes of Valentine's Day. And even though I can't celebrate Valentine's Day this year or any year, I thought, you know what, I do have original characters that should celebrate something. So I want to draw my original characters in some very romantic, beautiful scenarios, but I suck at story writing, so I thought maybe I can use an AI, is an AI, a plot generator, a story generator, and just stick my characters in there and we'll see what happens. And whatever happens, I will make an illustration based on that. So I'm gonna do Mace and Jules because obviously they're the only like canon couple OCs that I have. I'm gonna do Luca and Papaya and maybe Shay and
Yolanda.
Pence, I guess, if I can go through the stories really fast, I guess. So buckle up for whatever this thing is gonna come up with, and grab a nice bottle of water and let's get hydrated and watch some romantic stuff go down. So this is the plot generator. I have used it once just to make sure that it, you know, works. So there are a lot of things I have to fill out. However, I want this to be as randomized as possible. So I'm gonna fill entire form with random ideas, and then I'm just going to change the names of the characters. So I guess these are just random names that it came up with. I'm not sure who would want completely random characters. So Mace, what's his last name again? I forgot their last name, so I'm just not going to fill that out. And Jules, oops, there we go, conflict, emotional, resolution. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that the resolutions are always happy. I am not going for any violence. And I want to make sure that it's all about like romance. So let's see, focus on a relationship. That's all I'm gonna see. Okay, just making sure, what? Okay. Just making sure everything is, you know, fine. Okay, cool. And my pen name, Leslie Marie, LLM. Write me a short story. Alright, so the story has been put together. Let's go ahead and read the story of Mace and Jules. The story is called Hilarious Jules, not very canon. Okay, I guess I can give him a sense of humor. Mace was thinking about Jules again. Jules was a hilarious lover with skinny ankles and red eyelashes. That is gonna be fun to draw. Mace walked over to the window and reflected on his cozy surroundings. He had always loved old-fashioned hiking trail, cool, with its magnificent, mighty mountains. I guess that is pretty cozy. It was a place that encouraged his tendency to feel cross. Then he saw something in the distance, or rather, someone. It was the hilarious figure of Jules. Oh, sorry. It was a hilarious figure of Jules. That is, okay. If somebody said that my figure was hilarious, I would cry. Mace gulped. He glanced at his own reflection. He was a creepy, grateful squash drinker with skinny ankles and solid eyelashes. Is this about Mace or Jules? Okay. His friends saw him as an adventurous, alive angel. Once he had even brought a homely baby back from the brink of death. That is so heroic. Who did that? Was it Mace or Jules? I think that was about Mace. Mace, good for you, man. But not even a creepy person who had once brought a homely baby back from the brink of death was prepared for what Jules had in store today. I feel like you can handle anything if you brought a baby back from death. The hail pounded like jogging elephants, making Mace shocked. Mace grabbed a ribbed sandwich that had been strewn nearby. He massaged it with his fingers. You should not do that, dude. As Mace stepped outside and Jules came closer, he could see the queen light glint in her eye. Oops, I forgot to change the pronouns. In his eye. Jules glazed with the affection of an 8245 peculiar, kind kittens. He said in hushed tones, I love you and I want equality. Jules would say that. I will admit, Jules would absolutely say that. Mace looked back, even more shocked, and still fingering the ribbed sandwich. Please put that down, Mace. Don't do that. Jules, I'm in love with you, he replied. They looked at each other with sad feelings, like two glorious gleaming gerbils jumping at a very articulate snowstorm, which had flute music playing in the background and two splendid uncles skipping to the beat. Mace regarded Jules' skinny ankles and red eyelashes. I feel the same way, revealed Mace with a delighted grin. Jules looked shocked, his emotions blushing like a red, rich rock. Then Jules came inside for a nice beaker of squash. The end. Well, that's beautiful. I like that. Beautiful, beautiful story. Otto prays for hilarious Jules. I feel like I know Mace in a way it feels as though I've always known him. Literally me. About as enjoyable as being hailed on whilst taking in washing that has been regarded by seagulls with the squints. Don't know what squints. What does that mean? Saying the hail pounded like jogging elephants is just a kind of literary device that makes this brilliant. I don't agree. I could do better. Literally, Jules would say that. Okay, cool, great, awesome. Let's create a new story. Alright, so here's the second story. This is about Luca and Papaya. I did the same thing where everything's randomized except, you know, the names, and I changed words that I didn't know the meaning of. That's it. So, here we go. Snooty, Los Angeles. Luca looked at the giant kettle in his hands and felt anxious. Why does he have a kettle? He walked over to the window and reflected on his damp surroundings. Is this the same story as last time? He had always loved snooty Los Angeles with its aggressive, annoyed arches. That is, okay? It was a place that encouraged his tendency to feel anxious. Then he saw something in the distance, or rather, someone. This is exactly the same story. That's fine. It was a figure of Papaya. Papaya was an intelligent knight with pointy eyelashes and greasy toes. That is not what Papaya is. But that is not canon. He does not have greasy toes. That is not a thing we're doing. Luca gulped. You know what? This should be Papaya doing all this and Luca coming in. That's fine. Luca will be the vulnerable one in this one. He glanced at his own reflection. He was a patient, thoughtless whiskey drinker with moist eyelashes and curvaceous toes. His friends, which he has none of, saw him as a good, gorgeous god. True. Once he had even helped a nutritious, deaf person cross the road. That is very kind of you, Luca. I don't know how you knew they were nutritious, but not even a patient person who had once helped a nutritious, deaf person cross the road was prepared for what Papaya had in store today. This is so out of character. The drizzle rained like boating cats, making Luca stable. As Luca stepped outside and Papaya came closer, he could see the smoggy glint in his eye. I am here because I want some more Facebook friends, Papaya bellowed. Oh, sorry. I am here because I want some more Facebook friends. There we go. Not really, but Papaya bellowed in a deranged tone. This should definitely, the character should be switched. He slammed his fist against Luca's chest with the force of 8,410 monkeys. I think that's how I was supposed to read it last time. I friggin' love you, Luca. That is so canon now. Luca looked back, even more stable and still fingering the giant kettle. When did he start fingering that? Papaya, is that real leather? He replied. They looked at each other with shocked feelings, like two powerful, puny pigeons walking at a very charming wake, which had reggae music playing in the background and two smart uncles chatting to the beat. What's up with the uncle thing? Luca regarded Papaya's pointy eyelashes and greasy toes, which is not canon. He held out his hand. Let's not fight, he whispered gently. Are they fighting? Were they fighting? Pondered Papaya. Please, begged Luca with puppy dog eyes. This is so out of character. Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's the point. Papaya looked shocked, his body blushing like a happy, high-pitched hawk. Did I say that right? Hawk. Then Papaya came inside for a nice glass of whiskey. The end. Beautiful story. 10 out of 10. My thoughts on that story. Totally, you know, should have switched the characters. That's fine. You know, it happens. Beautiful. Love it. I'm glad they're fighting about Papaya wanting more Facebook friends. Don't know why Papaya is on Facebook. He would never use that. We're gonna create one more new story, and it seems like the stories are gonna follow the same type of plot, which is totally fine. I tried other websites and they were not, you know, not really it for me, so we're just gonna have to deal with this. One last story is, oh my god, I was supposed to change her name. Alright, the last story is about Shay and Yolanda. Yolanda, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I really like it. I've always liked it. Just renamed her if I called her any other name in the beginning of the video. No, I didn't. So, last story about the Sapphics. Woo, let's end this on a positive, loving note. Two helpful uncles walking to the beat. This site is really obsessed with their uncles for some reason. Shay had always loved the hilly Sydney with its brawny, bumpy beaches. It was a place where she felt confident. She was a witty, spiteful wine drinker with brunette fingers and sticky arms. That is so not canon, but you know what? I do like the spiteful wine drinker part. That is, I love that. Her friends saw her as a naughty, but like not that naughty, huh? Keen knight. Once she had even revived a dying old man. That's the sort of woman he was. I don't know why they said he after woman, but that's fine. Shay walked over to the window and reflected on her noisy surroundings. The sun shone like chatty badgers. Then she saw something in the distance, or rather, someone. It was the figure of Yolanda. Yolanda was an arrogant gamer with fluffy fingers and short arms. Yolanda does not sound like a catch, but okay. Shay gulped. She was not prepared for Yolanda, which is absolutely canon. As Shay stepped outside and Yolanda came closer, she could see the elegant glint in her eye. Yolanda gazed with the affection of 9,746 grateful, putrid puppies. That is not nice. She said in hushed tones, "I love you and I want love." That is good for you, Yolanda. You know what you want. Shay looked back, even more sleepy and still fingering the magic banana. "Yolanda, I love you," she replied. When did she start fingering a banana? Shay would never finger a banana. That is so strange, but okay. Where did the banana come from? Okay. They looked at each other with worried feelings like two bad, burnt bears loving at a very down-to-earth Halloween party, which had classical music playing in the background and two helpful uncles walking to the beat. I guess this is taking place at a Halloween party. You know, like in the picture that I'm drawing. Shay regarded Yolanda's fluffy fingers and short arms. "I feel the same way," revealed Shay with a delighted grin. I don't know if you should, you know, Yolanda doesn't sound that cool in the story. You probably should think of looking at other people. Okay, Yolanda looked lonely, her emotions blushing like a blushing brave book. Then Yolanda came inside for a nice glass of wine. The end. What a beautiful story. Just ending it with the lesbian. So fun. Alright, that is the end of all of the stories. Like I said, I am so sorry that all the stories were very similar. I looked at other websites and some of them came up with stories that were like not cool, like at all, and I just don't want that here. So hopefully this is an unproblematic website. I don't know, but I really hope it's not. So I really hope it's unproblematic. So hopefully you like the illustrations that I came up with. All these stories are not canon, maybe canon, whatever. You guys can figure it out yourselves. And yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Do not worry if you are single. honestly, it's probably better that way. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Please be good owlets, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.